You're my sister. Is that too much to expect? Lola looked at me and then sighed. You're right. I suppose I can give him a chance. I was only trying to protect you. He seems too good to be true. I know, but maybe I lucked out and he doesn't have any skeletons in his closet? Yeah, maybe. But just as I thought everything was on track, it all exploded in my face. One morning, as I was watching the news, I saw a picture of Ben's father shaking hands with some thug.
In the latest Hollywood drama, the famous businessman, also known as Ben's father, is allegedly smuggling illegal goods and accepting bribes. Does this mark the fall of his empire and possibly Ben's reputation and career too?
As I watched in horror, I suddenly noticed Lola standing behind the couch, a huge, evil smirk on her face, and the realization washed over me. Lola was somehow behind this. Lola! My scream shook the house, and I turned around to pounce on her. Even Dad, who hadn't come out of his room in ages, came out running as we rolled around on the floor. How dare you humiliate Ben and his family like that? What did you do? Just use some AI-generated images. Ow! Calm down, will you? I'm doing what's best for you. This is what's best for me? Ruining my relationship and someone's life? How could you do that? Ben was nothing but nice to you. I've been nothing but nice to you. What is your problem? And then Lola's face twisted with rage. My problem is you thinking you deserve to go off and live your fairy tale life with your stupid, perfect boyfriend when I gave up everything for you. So what? I should just live here and take care of our useless dad after giving up on my boyfriend and my dreams? And it was all for you. Finally, the truth comes out. You jealous, horrible dinosaur. I slapped her hard. You selfish, ungrateful pig. Our epic slap showdown kept going until our palms were sore, and Dad finally intervened. I stormed off and shut myself up in my room. How could I tell Ben my sister ruined his family's reputation? I tried calling him to see how he was taking it, but I couldn't reach him or anyone from his family or manager.
Hi guys, hi.
He just disappeared.
I'm just watching MSA. Oh no, I've been like really addicted to it for no reason. That's bad. I've been just watching it over and over sometimes. So yeah. I don't know what this one's called. Let me check what it's called, this one. This one's called, I'm watching I'm Being Raised by My Sister. Yeah, I already said.
I joined my dad in
I already said that's
didn't
MSA.
leave my room when Lola was in the house, and I certainly didn't leave the house. One night, as I was watching one of Ben's films, I heard loud knocks on the door and police sirens outside. Dad and I got out of our rooms quickly, only to find the police taking Lola away.
Hi.
Being detained on suspicion of defamation through made-up evidence. You have the right to remain silent.
Lola, I swear, I had nothing to do with this. I know, Cece, I did.
See?
Lola turned herself in?
Watching MSA, you see? Thank you. I damaged my hair when I was like younger, like probably I was in secondary. Damaged my hair. My hair should my hair should like right here, and when I sit down, my hair should be like to right here by now. It should be by there by now. Probably. It should. But when I was younger, I just decided to dye my hair a bunch of colors, blue.
Now I'm here to pay Lola's bail.
But I was a very violent.
I love you.
And I'm gonna try to go watch another MSA right now. 5 Bro, why are you guys typing like inappropriate stuff?
After everything you've done for your house, wouldn't it be nice if it bought you something special? A HELOC from
Really?
Whitehall Credit Union is the home equity line that lets you
You guys
lock in your
really
rate
have to
and
type
unlock
that?
the
No.
possibilities, all with zero closing
No.
costs. Age 36.
Probably put this
I
one,
sat in the audience for the 1000th time watching my annoying sister. I was just about to fall asleep when suddenly a spotlight shone on me. There she is, my twin sister Brooke. Come help us play the game, sis. What? Before I could say a word, the audience started chanting my name, and my parents
Wait a minute.
encouragingly.
Dang.
The audience started. Sister Brooke,
That's him.
play the game, sis. What? Before I could say a word,
Really? The person that said so, no, I am not doing what you said to do. Wasn't this person like in an MFA video? Wasn't he in an MFA video?
started chanting my name.
I'm pretty sure he was in an
nodded at me
MFA video.
encouragingly. Mara was waiting on stage with her guest star.
I've been in MFA. Don't you guys recognize her? I'm pretty sure everybody recognizes. I've watched MSA. This girl. I'm pretty sure they can recognize.
Play the card game, war, and whoever wins breaks an egg on the other's head. Can I jump off a building first? Always such a little party pooper. I played the dumb card game until I won. So I cracked an egg on Iris's head before turning to go off stage. Ow! You just hit me in the head with an egg. That was the goal of the game, genius. Well, you did it way too hard. Ow! The next day, my accidental egg assault was all over YouTube and social media. Sister of talk show host Mara gets violent with popular model Iris. So melodramatic. My life wasn't always like this. I'd never asked to live in the public eye. All of this started when my bimbo.
You know what? I'll just
sister got
play.
her own show
You guys
in
can
Florida
ask me
and
any
became a
questions,
child millionaire.
and I'll just like
Here I
probably
was,
answer it.
just trying to get through high school without punching or kicking walls.
So you can just
Hi,
ask me
I'm
any
Brooke
question
Manhattan.
right now,
This is my story, but before I
and
rant
then
about
I'll
my
just
drama,
answer it, I
like and
guess.
subscribe. Everyone at school brought up the stupid talk show incident. Look, it's Mara.
I was thirsty. Hi, I'm just watching MSA right now.
You knows. You're always such a witch. This is why nobody at school likes you. She was so cute for thinking that I cared.
Do you want me to just like turn around the camera so you can watch MSA?
One of the most popular guys in school, Lance, was right behind me, smirking. He was a part of a She'd invited all 5 of those guys to come onto her talk show. She'd set up a competition over who could win a date with me without even asking me. So what if they're just hitting on you for a joke or a bet? It'll be so much fun. You've never been on any kind of date, and you're in the 12th grade. Please. I finally gave. I knew those boys were up to something, and if they were going to mess with me, I was going to mess with them too. On the night of the show, I sat center stage behind a table while the 5 idiot heartthrobs lined up behind a row. Each of them had 30 seconds to impress me. After you pushed me onto the floor, I went and bought you flowers. I also had chapstick to put on before kissing you for a date. Too bad your breath smells like a sewage drain. Next, if you were my girlfriend, I'd take you to a restaurant right on the ocean and buy a giant ice cream sundae with ice cream that makes me puke. So I used to be a Tupperware bottle, but then I'm embarrassed for you. I had this phone over from Japan. No, by the time the 5th guy, Zeke, came up. What's that you're wearing? A wedding dress. That way, we can imagine what it'll be like when we get married one day. Ever since the talk show, I've fallen head over heels for you. And after that song you sang for me, I know now that you feel the same way. I hoped the guy would run scared and crying, but instead, he laughed. During our picnic, I sat on his lap and made him feed me every bite of food and hold the water cup up to my lips. And when he turned to get a napkin, I started fake crying hysterically. We were staring into each other's eyes, but you looked away. Is it because my eyes are ugly, or are you breaking up with me? I have nothing else to live for now. You are so extra. I know what'll cheer you up. Let's have a romantic dance. Wait. What? Before I could say a word, Zeke turned on classical music and pulled me up to dance. He started spinning and twirling me around and even threw me in the air. God, he was crazy. Later on, Zeke drove me home, but he said he needed to stop at his house first for something. I decided then I'd confront him. Look, I know you're either dating me because Lance wants, Lance gets. Zeke then told me his dad and Lance's dad were friends because Lance's family was rich. His dad was going to pay for a music college Zeke got into. Therefore, he could never afford to ever piss off Lance. And don't tell Lance I said any of this, please. Just let me tell him you fell for me and you asked me to be your boyfriend. I really want to go to music school. Come on, you don't care what anyone thinks, and you're already unpopular and barely have any friends. No offense. What little self-respect did this guy think I had? I wanted to give him a good slap in the face. Just then, Zeke stopped by this really run-down trailer next to a pile of garbage. Okay, we're here. My dad's sick, so I have to check with his dad's medical bills. He'd never have enough money to even think about music school. So I decided to let Zeke tell Lance he was gonna keep dating me for a bet. The next day at school, I saw Lance and the other 3 heartthrobs looking at me and snickering to themselves. Even other kids seemed to be onto the bet, but I could live through it. I was doing a good deed by humiliating myself. Plus, Zeke was fun to be around, and I didn't mind having him as my
I'll be
favorite
right back.
boyfriend. One night, I decided to invite him to a celebrity party Mara and I were attending. I even bought him a suit and tie, and secretly, I thought he looked super handsome. At one point, I was walking by the entrance when suddenly I saw Zeke standing with Lance and his friends, and Zeke was saying he had to go. What do you mean? This is a huge exclusive party that I invited you to. Listen, cranky face, I came to pick up your boyfriend for some last-minute plans. betting on how I'm gonna break your heart and everything, I realize this may be going too far. It's going way too far. I tried to do a nice thing for you, but you're totally taking advantage of me. Also, how long are you going to be Lance's slave for? Can't you get a scholarship to the school or something? No, I'm not talented enough. It's cool. I'll tell Lance the truth and stand up to him. I'll just find something other than music that makes me happy. Zeke turned to walk away, but I just couldn't let him give up his friends, his reputation, and his dreams. So I told Zeke I'd help him apply for a scholarship because even though he didn't believe in himself, I knew he was talented enough to get one. And 2 weeks later, he got accepted. You just made my dreams come true. Brooke, no one has ever believed in me like that before. Agreement. So finally, Zeke decided to confront Lance one day after school. I think I want to date her for real. You know, she helped me get a scholarship to the music school you were going to pay for. Now you don't have to. Are you kidding me? You can dump her. You're one of us, Zeke, and she's an unpopular loser. It'll make the whole squad look bad. If you date her, then you're dead to us. Fine then. You guys are jerks anyway. I'm gonna get myself an awesome girlfriend. I held my breath as I watched Zeke ditch his friends for me. And just like that, Zeke and I became an item. He held my hand, kissed me in public at school, and didn't even seem to care that he'd lost all his friends and popularity.
I just like I only poked a little. Okay. I'm just gonna like. I'm just gonna like.
You actually on TikTok all the time. Computer, I'll smear your head until your brain pops out. Oh wait, I forgot. You don't have a brain. Probably why you watch essay on TikTok instead of YouTube. Zeke must really regret dumping you. Yeah, about that. I know it was you who forced Zeke to break up with me. Why do you have to go around messing with his life and mine? The way you and your friends bet on me and tried to break my heart for fun? How sick do you have to be to want to do something like that? Maybe
Really
some people just enjoy messing with other people's lives. You should ask your sister. After all, the whole betting game was her idea. Lance got up and left, leaving me very confused. What did he mean by that? He was probably just messing with me. But I still asked Mara about it. She got really quiet. Okay, it's true that it was my idea, but let me explain. I just felt bad because our whole lives, you lived in my shadow. I have everything. Fame, popularity, friends, and you didn't get any of that. So I wanted to find you a cute boyfriend to make you happy. Except none of the guys at school wanted to date you. The only ones who were willing to were Lance and his friends, if they could make money off of it. But I had hoped one of them would fall for you for real. I was stunned and silent as Mara apologized over and over. I knew her heart had been in the right place, but she'd gotten me into such a giant mess. God, I just needed space from everyone. The next morning, I was going through the mail when I saw an envelope from Zeke's music school. To my surprise, they'd returned a check I'd paid as a deposit to confirm his place in the program. Apparently, Zeke had called the college and declined the offer to attend. I thought right away of his sick dad, and suddenly I got a bad feeling. I drove immediately to Zeke's house, but when I reached there, he was sitting outside and playing guitar, looking perfectly happy. Zeke, is everything okay? Did you call your college and decline the offer? Yeah, I just didn't feel right taking your money to attend there, not after the way I treated you. So I'm just gonna save up and reapply next year. In the meantime, I got a job and my dad's doing better. Thank you for believing in me, Brooke. You have no idea how much it means to me. Zeke came over to hug me, and I felt those stupid, happy butterflies again. Hey, listen, are you still friends with Lance? God, no. I'm done being his slave. I took a loan and paid him back everything I owed him for Dad. So, if I give you a second chance, that means you can't be an idiot this time. I swear on my life I won't be. I want you back, and I won't have it any other way. So,
I'm just like
I
trying
guess
to
my
like
sister
make this
did
girl look
achieve her
pretty
goal
good
of
now.
finding me a guy, even though it was in the craziest way possible. Still,
On this
maybe one
doll.
of these days, I
She's
could
been
make
through a lot. When I was younger, I just cut her whole hair. It used to be to right here. So
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
You won't believe this. Yeah, crazy story. So this morning.
I've
My
never saw
best
this
friend
one.
Amy and I were staring at my laptop in shock. If you don't do something, your channel will die faster than the plane I got yesterday. I've already tried everything. Last week, I reviewed those awful diet cookies that tasted like feet. And the week before, you made me endorse that dumb purple lipstick that everyone hated. Don't blame the lipstick. It's not my fault that your followers have no fashion sense. That's not the point. I'm gonna be kicked out of the squad house if I don't think of something soon. Hi, I'm Lola, a 17-year-old YouTube star. And at this point in my life, I was hoping to keep my spot in the Squad House, a place where world-famous influencers come together to make videos for money. Please like and subscribe to MSA. Staying in the Squad House was a big deal for me because, unlike most influencers here, I didn't come from a rich family. My dad was a farmer, and even though he worked hard, we were barely scraping by. Things got worse when Dad fell sick and couldn't work for months. Mom tried helping, but she was just bad at everything. So I decided to work as a part-time waitress. Then one day at work, a colleague of mine introduced me to vlogging, and I was hooked. I spent hours watching people on YouTube live their best lives. And when I found out the kind of money they made, I had to give it a shot. So I saved up, got a second-hand camera, and started recording. Hola, I'm Lola, and I'm going to take you through a typical day at the farm. So I start by feeding the pigs, then I feed the chickens, collect the eggs, and try not to break them. Follow me for more such content. I posted a bunch of videos, but I didn't get a lot of followers until one day I was recording a live video of the farm when I accidentally slipped and fell into a pig pen. I got out, but then tripped and fell into a haystack, making a complete fool of myself. Everything was streamed online, and I was super embarrassed. But to my surprise, people loved it. I didn't think much of it until a few days later when I was shooting a video. This chicken flew into my face, and I fell into a tray of eggs. And that clip went viral too. People loved watching me do stupid things around the farm. That's what I gave them. I made
Un
videos of
poquito me
being chased
serví.
around by goats, almost getting kicked by a cow while milking her, cleaning horse poop, and then slipping right into it. And I got really famous. Soon I was doing advertisements and brand endorsements, making enough money to support my family. 6 months later, I moved into the Squad House, where I met my best friend Amy. We were roommates, and even though her dad was rich, she was pretty grounded. She also gave me advice on how I could make my vlogs better. It's time you move on from being the goofy pig pen girl and focus on something bigger, like fashion and lifestyle. You're in the big leagues now. You gotta step up your game. Amy was a very famous vlogger, so I took her advice. I bought designer clothes, started doing a bunch of makeup tutorials, and completely transformed my channel. Life was great